Welcome to Candid Conversation. We'll talk about real experiences and circumstances on career and workplace joy is the norm and not the exception to help you heal, rebuild, and transform your life from the inside out and put you back in business. I'm Doc V, the Pivot Maestro, here to provide truth and transparency in conversation to help you navigate career life issues and think without a box. What is my why? You are my why. To validate you and create a safe haven for you so that you may begin to heal, rebuild, and transform your life from the inside out. To help you navigate the waters and provide hope and freedom in your thinking and being so that you may live the life and lifestyle you were meant to lead. Our topics of conversation here on Candid Conversations with Doc V run the gamut, surrounding women's issues in the workplace, joy, and career transition, always providing revelation, reconciliation, and renaissance, and with one mission in mind, to help you define your path and one message: you are mission essential. So last week, we spoke about pivoting, about finding your willpower to find your strength, knowing your value, and respecting your existence. It was an awesome conversation, so if you've not seen the episode, be sure to circle back and check it out. The next pivot, the next step, is to pursue. Pursue your dreams, ladies. Pursue your dreams. First, ask the question, what is your dream? And then ask, what is my passion? Because those two things may not necessarily be synonymous. And we'll talk a little bit here in a second why. And I want to share a personal experience. So the first question, what is your dream? My dream, when I left my mother's home in Victoria, Texas, my hometown, was to be an opera singer, an international performing artist. And I was on that path. After life happened and I had to pivot and I could not go into service because of my visual obstacles, I made the decision to go on to college and pursue becoming an international opera singer. I was successful, doing well, pursuing my education, got into my PhD program, and hit a wall in my dream. And that wall were others. People who compared themselves and me to others and their potential and so on and so forth. And it was an environment of competition. When in reality, after I discovered self-love and understood that I was not in competition with anyone but myself, it was a stumbling block. It really was. Until, I had the revelation that, hey, I need space. I need to get out of here. And I went overseas and I pursued studies over there and found my master teacher and was about to embark upon my international performing arts career. And life happened and I had to pivot. And I had to start thinking about my passion. What is your passion? Think about the one thing you've always wanted, you've always desired to pursue. Think about the one thing, and there may be more than one, but the one that's at the top of the list that you've always desired to pursue. And when you think about it, these questions are hard because most of us never get the opportunity to truly think about this, because life is usually happening. We are either caught up in the system and placed on a path that we did not choose, or if we chose it, life has happened and redirected our path and we've been stuck not knowing how to pivot. And this happened to me when I was departing from the university at Indiana University, where I was the director of the premier program for high achieving students in the country, the Hudson and Holland Scholars Program. In which, there comes a time when we realize it's time for us to exit stage right, right? Stage right, stage left, take your pick. But and usually when challenges start to happen, it's because those challenges are trying to move you on. The universe is trying to move you on. God is trying to move you on. Whatever your belief, whatever your higher power is trying to move you on to that next thing, trying to get you to your calling, your passion. But it was at this program, the Hudson and Holland Scholars Program, in which I discovered, I didn't know it at the time, I connected the dots later, my passion for development and helping people grow and transition through the various paths in their lives. So I want you to consider this thought. Pursue without fear. Pursue your passion without fear. Change is the constant of life. And honestly, I feared stepping away. I feared stepping away from that appointment for so many different reasons. You know, my students, my 600 plus students were like my children. So of course I didn't want to leave them. But it was time for a change. And my movement was going to make room and create a platform and a path that led me to my passion on a bigger scale. So change is the constant of life. I want you to think about this and remember this. It is the constant of life. There is no shame in redefining and starting again. That was another fear that I struggled with. We often struggle with that fear or that thought of doing something different. Oh, well, I've always done this all of my life, you know? I've been in the military all of my life. I'm getting ready to retire. What's next? Look to your transferable skills and connect the dots. That's what I did. Do not fear whether or not you're incapable. That's not the issue. That's not the question. Know that you are more than a conqueror. It's all about mindset and blocking out the negativity, the white noise of life that will try to distract you. And those little devils and angels that sit on your shoulder, right? Telling you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you don't have the skill sets for that. Oh, you don't deserve that. Those are all lies. Surround yourself with good-minded people and communities that are going to validate, that are going to uplift you, that are going to help you keep moving forward. And know that if you do not pivot, your life will stay the same. If you lack joy right now, if you are unhappy, if you feel unfulfilled, if you do not pivot, your life will stay the same. And if you think it'll take a longer time to change, think about how long it'll take if you do not change. The wasted years by not pivoting. And don't fear the fact that life is hard. It is difficult, but it's really simple once you conquer fear. Once you take that step. It will take time, it'll take effort, it'll take commitment, whatever you pivot to. But this is what a journey consists of. This is what life is all about. There's no quick way to anything. The question is, are you willing to sacrifice for a better life? That is the question. Are you willing to sacrifice for a better life? See, society never asks you, what is your dream? And lets you help make, and let's help you make it true, your dreams come true, right? Society doesn't ask you that. It teaches us, this is our dream, our reality, and we want you to make it come true. Think about that. I'm going to say that again. Society never asks us, what is your dream? And let's help you make it come true. At any point in our years, it teaches, this is our dream, this is our societal dream, our reality, and we want you to fit into it. We want you to make it come true. You know, it's like, you know, lawyers and accountants who, you know, train for their fields, and they follow the system, and then they just bring other folks in under them, interns, who are following the system. And it's all about making cookie cutters with very little concern or consideration for individuality or bringing your own nuance or thinking without a box. Tell me, is that right? Has that been your experience? I mean, do you see the conditioning of life? Do you see the conditioning in life and television ads and commercials and the various things we watch, the billboards that we see outside? It's all about conditioning a mind to do something, to lead you into the thought. We are being conditioned to a system that wants you to do the work that it has put before you, that restricts passion, that does not promote passion. And it keeps us from growing and finding and following our calling and our passion. If we think without a box, if we rebel against the system, society will quickly cast us out, won't it? As a cog in the wheel. And, it gives us messaging that, you'll never be anything. Oh, you're a problem child. Oh, she's just an aggressive or an angry black woman in my case, or whatever the case may be, right? That's the messaging. And it's the messaging because you dare to speak up, you dare to stand out, you dare to shine unapologetically. So let's talk about free will versus ego for a little bit. So do you know the difference? I want to ask you that. Do you know the difference between free will and ego? Answer the question to yourself. Is wanting a better life for yourself ego or free will? What do you think? Wanting a better life, is it ego or free will? Free will is the power or capacity to choose among alternatives, among choices. Free will, ladies, is our birthright. But so many of us, so many of you, live in cultures or societies that have conditioned you against free will, that have told you you do not have free will, that have set up structures that prevent your free will, your birthright. Ego is thinking you know it all, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. Ego is dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. And it's a teller of no confidence in oneself. And systems tend to breed and proliferate egos. Competition tends to breed ego. I want to encourage you all to choose to break the chains of societal conditioning and accept your gift of free will. Step into your gift of free will. Walk in free will. As a woman, you have every right to pursue your dreams and not let society, the people around you, dictate your course. You have a right to define your own path. I know that weight is on your shoulders, as well as a level of expectancy to fail because you are a woman, right? We are expected to fail in a male-created, dominated system. Do not give up or make excuses for yourself. Don't accept the fact that, oh, I'm woman, I'm less than, because you are not. You are what? You are a diamond and you are more than, and you cut glass. You shine unapologetically. Every journey is frightening and uncomfortable. Both hands raised on that one, right? But learn to conquer fear. Learn to embrace fear. And I promise you, the energy of fear will transfer and become your ally. It will become your fuel. And know that being uncomfortable gets you one step closer to your goal. It absolutely gets you one step closer to your goal. You have to be uncomfortable to move forward. It's natural. It's human. Embrace it. So I hope you have found nuggets in this episode. Pursue. I hope it has given you more belief in yourself, You know, the pivot for next week, we'll talk about fueling your belief system because confidence is a winner. Fueling your belief system. It's a constant ongoing work that we as women must do because we have so much coming against us. We have so much coming against us telling us that we are not capable, we are not able, we should not be where we are, we should not be business owners or leaders. But that, ladies, is such an untruth. So we have to work on our belief system. But I'm not going to get too far in my message for next week. So my call to action for you all today, I invite you to reflect on the things we talked about today. Hopefully you took notes. If not, the episode will be available. I want you to think about the conversation and the application in your life. And I want you to start pursuing your dreams. And if you need help with that, reach out and come join us actually January 3rd through 7th, 2022. We are kicking off the biggest transformational event, Make It Rain, the Legacy Event. It's all about making it rain in mind, body, soul so that you can set and leave your legacy. So it will be on Zoom. We'll make sure we send, follow our social media on Facebook. All of my social handles are Doc V, Next Steps Coach. So be sure to click on register, come and be with us for those 5 days. It's only an hour and a half every night. Send feedback or email questions to conversations@definingpath.info. I'll be sure to include them or address them in our candid conversations. And visit our online home. Find out what we're all about. We have amazing programs that we are about to launch, and particularly for my vets on Christmas Eve. We are, well, active duty military and veterans, we are launching a membership portal, the Next Steps for Vets, which everything concerning this initiative will be housed in that portal. And you will be able to access a program that we are launching on New Year's Day called True Vision. If you have dreamed of starting your own business, if you have a business and you need to heal to repair and seal that business, we are there for you, and we want to serve you. And your mind is going to be blown when you read more about this program and the opportunity there. So join us next week. And until then, I leave you with our mantra. What is it, ladies? Strong is the new sexy. Be strong in mind, body, and soul. Define your path and love the skin you're in. I'm Doc V, the Pivot Maestro, and always your corner woman. I am my sister's keeper, and I will see you next week.